It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. The ball is teed up, and with the boots, the NFL postseason has officially begun. Starting from the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. Lone back gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Still has room inside the 15. And he's finally brought down at the 9. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, head the other way for a big run.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Has it down close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
His return starts at the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Straight to the air is Richardson. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, third down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Into the hands of Schultz. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll be first down, Colts. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Schultz with the catch. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, a play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Nathaniel Watson there for the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And he's taken down at the 30. 16 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. It's inside the 10. It's an Indianapolis touchdown! The Colts finish off their opening drive. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts start off well to tie things 7-7. Havrasik all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So second down coming up.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. They got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Second and 10 now. Throwing the out route complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Kane, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll only need a few inches here on third down. They'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and they'll bring up second and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finding Judy. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Short throws dropped. This one's incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards, and then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Katie York now on for the field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Got all of it, but no good. He needed a touch more to clear that crossbar. And the score remains knotted, 7-all.
That fooled me. He had it on line. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way as he's denied by the crossbar.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. To throw, Richardson. This finds Mitchell, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts. Markers reset, ball at the 37. From the gun, Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Second down carry for Taylor. And they're going to stop him after he runs it inside the 35. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now Richardson to throw. Dump off caught by his back. Oh, he lost the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
First throw for the backup now. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Juju Brents with a stop. Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 32. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after him.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Another carry for him. Broke through the tackle. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Browns in possession. The Browns are lining up to punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Colts have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Richardson back to throw. Taken in by Downs, left side. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now, Richardson. Taylor makes the catch. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds. That's good for 7 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
First down throw here from Richardson. He's on the move. He's on the move. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
1st and 10 from the 41. Back to throw, here's Richardson. Finds his man, Downs. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Richardson. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Getting out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Browns get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take the lead just before halftime. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. Now is York to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. I don't know if they're going to get to him. He took it all the way. Oh, baby, what a return. Touchdown. Havrosik for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Colts tie things up at 14. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Returning it from the 4. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We've got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back to the well again. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Throwing from the gun here. Finds him over the middle. He's got room to roam here. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Browns take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. On now is York to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. That's complete inside the 35. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts start the second half with some needed points. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Havrosik for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts tie this game at 21. Havrosik all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. Got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid game. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Pass play now. Catch made left side by Judy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking for a throw here. Judy there to grab it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to throw it. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Handoff now out of the gun. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Richardson now. Dumps it off to his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's 4th down.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Looking to throw. He's got it to his running back. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. One quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. It's all knotted up at 21. Plenty of scoring here as we begin the final quarter. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's going to make it down to the 15-yard line.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They've got a man in motion. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This time it's a passing play. Escapes out to the left. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Running with Taylor. And he will get into the end zone for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Havrasik all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll throw on 1st. Holding left side. He's still going at the 30. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. I have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
That's a Cleveland touchdown.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns tie us up 28-all. Now is York to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
1st and 10 from the 41. They go again with Taylor. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they make the tackle at the 38. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. from the 29. That's caught at the 4. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Havre for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Havre all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Pass play on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And this one does not go far. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Browns down by 7. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here he is to throw. Pass complete to Thrash. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
He'll look to throw it. Cut out left. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Colts make the play that should win them this game. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Taylor again. Crosses midfield, still going. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Colts in a victory formation as they kneel it down.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.